Students, welcome to the class. Today again we are dealing with the same topic, that is the countryside under the company's rule. Earlier in this topic we have already dealt with the companies, how the company became Diwan, how all the financial security, how all the financial right went into the hand of the company, and how they started to change the land. They brought different systems so that they could collect more and more revenue. And under that system, there were the permanent settlement that we have already dealt, and the benefits of permanent settlement. In today's video, we are going to deal with two more settlements that were brought up by the company official. Meherwari settlement. See, Meherwari settlement was introduced in 1822, basically in the Ganga Valley. That was the northwest province of Bengal presidency, that is today's Uttar Pradesh, Central Asia, and part of Punjab. And the revenue settlement in this system was made from village to village or by state, with the landlord or head of the families who collectively claimed to be landlord of the state. Now, in Meherwari area, what used to happen? The land revenue was periodically revised. In this, the time period that was given in this settlement was not fixed. It was revised periodically according to the survey that was done on the land. The word Meherwari, when we talk about the word Meherwari was derived from Urdu word that means Mahal, and Hindi we call that a house. And the head of these mahals were the village headmen that collected the tax from village, and it handed over the tax to the government or company official. And this Meherwari system particularly was devised by Hodge Mackenzie. The next system that was brought up by company Britishers was Rayatwari system. Now, the establishment of British rule in South India, whatever rule they brought up in South, it brought up a very major problem for the people living in the South regarding the land settlement. The officials believed whoever officials were settled there, they believed that there were no zamindars that had large state. So the officials believed that in that particular reason there were no zamindar with large state, or we can say large plot, with whom settlement they could make settlement of land revenue. So what happened? They wanted to introduce a system over in South also, so that they could manage the affairs in South also. And the introduction of zamindari system would, because they knew that if they brought up an system over there, zamindari system, it would upset the people, the cultivators who were living in those area. So many officials, particularly in Madras, that was led by two main officers, Reed and Monroe. They recommended a settlement. They recommended a settlement that there were no mediator in that settlement, and this settlement was to be made with the cultivators, the one who were cultivating. They also pointed out that under the permanent settlement, the company was not getting the whole and sole revenue, because there were also zamindar who were mediator. The company was in financial loss, as it had to share the revenue with the zamindars and could not claim a share of growing income from the land. Moreover, The cultivator was left, as we already have dealt in the permanent settlement, that the cultivator were left on the mercy of zamindars. Here also they believe that if they did so, if proper settlement was not brought up, the cultivator again would be lied on the mercy of zamindar, who could oppress them at their own will. So, under this Rayatwari settlement, the cultivator was to be recognized as the owner of the land on which they were cultivating and the subject to payment of land revenue. Means they were the one who will be cultivating on the land, and after that they will be the one who will collect the land revenue of their own area, and they will pay it directly to the government. So the supporter of the Britisher, who were in the support of Britisher, they also claimed that whatever system was being brought up in those area, in particularly in South, it was a continuation of state affairs that already was existing in the past. So, in that regard, Munro said that it is the settlement which has always prevailed in India, because they knew that this was the one which already had been existing in the past. So in that context only Munro said that it is the system which had always prevailed in India. So the Rayatwari settlement at the end also was introduced in certain parts of Madras and Bombay presidencies. Okay, and later on, after some time, it was introduced all over in South. So the settlement under the Rayat Wari, as I said, it was revised periodically. The time period in which it was revised was basically 20 to 30 years. After each 20 to 30 year, particular officer came for the survey of the land, for the different type of cultivation, for the type of soil that was being used, and if they found it to be perfect, the revenue was revised on that basis only. And so when the revenue demanded was usually raised or lowered. So this was done in Rayatwari settlement. So the Rayat settlement did not bring into existence a system of peasant ownership. The peasants soon realized, particularly in this, what happened, that the Rayatwari settlement did not bring any existence or any system of existence to be the peasant as a ownership. So the peasants soon realized that a large number of zamindar had been replaced by a one zamindar or a single zamindar, that was the state, and they were now mere government tenants, means they were working under the government whose land was here also. They, if they were unable to pay the tax punctually, then their land was sold off by the Britishers. Now, after all these settlement systems were introduced in different parts of India, the Britishers saw that it also had particularly effects on the lands, as all the above mentioned, like permanent settlement, Mehalwari or Rayat settlement, land revenue system, under these, the land revenue system, all the land revenue system led to impoverishment, and peasants were particularly exploited under the rural population, particularly the population, the people who were generally living in villages, they were particularly exploited, and there were frequent agrarian riots that were happening in those areas. And the position of landlords were, uh, earlier they were zamindars, and basically later it was seen that their position was reduced to mere rent collectors, means they were just in the position to collect the rent from the peasants, and nothing was done. Nothing was done to improve the agriculture in any area. So what happened? A very worst time was seen in Bengal. A famine, the worst famine occurred in Bengal. That was in 1943, where lakhs and lakhs of people died. Why? Because there were a lot of shortage of food, and also no money to buy food. They had neither food nor money to buy any food. And both the zamindari and rayyatwari created a new kind of private property under these under all these systems. So we used to study that earlier people used to pay tax in terms of kind, means kind, okay. And now what was seen, that whenever the peasants or zamindar were unable to pay revenue in cash, they were not expecting any kind of kind, okay. If they're not able to pay any kind of tax in any revenue in cash in time, the government auctioned their land, means the government sold off their land, or else the peasants sold part of their land, means part by part they sold their land, so that they could collect money from those land and give it to the money lender or zamindar to pay off their rent. So in this way the land became saleable and transferable, okay. Means either it was transferred to the company official, or the peasants themselves used to sell them the land so that they could get some money out of those land, and the rent could be paid, okay. So the revenue system, these revenue system encouraged competition and individualism, okay. The people also started producing for the market. The general people, they, what happened after all these settlement came, they started to produce goods for the market rather than their own need, rather than fulfilling, instead of fulfilling their own need or the need of village population. So these were the things that were brought under the different systems, different settlements that were brought up by the company official, or we can say by the Britishers. So I hope till here you are clear. If you have any doubt, do ask me on my number, or drop your question in Google Classroom. I'll try to solve your query. For now, thank you and have a nice day.